Hey guys, TGX Gamer here, and this is the formal channel introduction. In the background is Battlefield 2042, Rush. I think it's a 128 player server. This is literally my first online game on the PS5 for this game, which I really love Battlefield. Battlefield's my thing, and when I originally did my channel introduction, which I still have, I was playing Battlefield 5. But in that video, I don't want to say I made false promises, but like I said things that I wasn't going to be able to keep. So I was like saying I wanted to play Resident Evil 8, which I already kind of did when the game came out, but I wanted to replay it, obviously, with the audience. But then I started getting discouraged because I'm like, it's not authentic, because I'm going back, I kind of know the capture of the game. Like, I'm not saying stuff couldn't have happened, but it just didn't feel right. At least with like Resident Evil 4, I'm going in there like completely blind, so I feel like it would be a little bit better to watch, and then kind of like the people who do watch it or whatever will watch it and kind of learn with me as if they haven't already with all the other million of videos out there. But anyway, so this is just basically like a description, not a description, but like just saying like how I feel and what like I want to do with the channel and all, because I am someone who works, so like trying to balance that on top of this, and like a lot of times just come home and tired as shit, I don't do it. And like especially now, as you can see on the channel, I posted a bunch of Resident Evil 5 videos, and now the Resident Evil 4 walkthrough that I'm starting to do. But those Resident Evil 5 videos have been on backlog for a while. They've been done, but it's just like trying to find that courage to actually post them and like risk, okay, maybe people will watch this or not, because at the time I had an Elgato and I wanted to do the whole capture card and like do it that so I could edit the videos and do it, but my computer couldn't handle it. It only picked it up in either I think 480 or 720p, even though the Elgato is 1080. And to me that was like already an instant red flag, where it's like, okay, if people can't even see the freaking video, how are they gonna want to watch it, unless they put it on and be like, I'm just gonna listen to this. But who the fuck does that for video games? So it's like, it was just a constant like struggle to even start posting it, because I'm like, who the hell is gonna watch this? Because like my TV does 1080, and while I'm playing it, the game looks really, really good. But then as I go back and editing, and then when it goes actually through the render and all like that, and I start watching it, it's like, oh my god, especially competing with now the PS5 and all like that. So, like I stated, and I think the in the Resident Evil demo, I treated myself. I got a PS5. Now that the game looks a little bit better and I can still play, the PS4 games on it, I feel like I'm a little bit more confident in showing it, because like now you guys can actually watch it, which is a big thing, because that's what YouTube's all about. YouTube's about watching it. Now, like, I'm not expecting anything crazy to happen from me doing this, like not like instant famous or blah blah blah. It's just like, this is something I'm passionate about. I like video games. I try to spend as much time as I can on them without being at work and stuff, and then obviously other life stuff going on. But stuff happens, so like taking so long to post the Resident Evil 4 gameplay, I'm just like, yeah, man, I already missed the mark. You got these people who are posting it day one, full walkthroughs. You got people who are posting every day, but like, a lot of times these people are at home not doing anything, and just it's easier, and then now, and like especially with the PS5 and like that, like I don't have the editing software. I still have the Elgato, but my computer is still like very, very, I don't want to say poor, but not poor, it runs good, it's just it doesn't capture everything. So like when I go into the editing, it's all like fucking buffering and all like that, and it's just like impossible to use. So it's just like so like now with the PS5, and like they have this awesome share play thing where I'm able to record and kind of edit and do all this stuff, it makes it a little bit easier to do so. But anyway, so the goal, like my goal for this channel is just strict gameplay, whatever I want to play and post. Obviously it will have a theme, hopefully, I don't know what that is yet, depending on how I feel. Like, I do want to play more Battlefield, since I had it on the PS4 and it looked like straight fucking mud. You know, now that I can actually have some kind of response, there's people playing it, it's like, now I could get back into it and feel like, okay, yeah, this was definitely worth the money I paid for this game, because I was kind of disappointed. Like, I knew that it was going to be a downgrade because of the PS4, but like, it just was bad. So like, now playing it at its full capacity, I'm like, okay, yeah, I really want to play into this. Obviously, I really want to play Resident Evil 4 or any zombie game, because I love zombies. I have Dying Light 2 also, which might be the PS4, but it also might be the Xbox, oh, not the Xbox, but the freaking PS5 upgrade. So like, I would love to play that because I love the first game, but just haven't had the time. So like, this is like, this whole channel thing is just me to be like, okay, I want to play these games and play them with someone, because it's like, I'm just getting to them too, you know, and any other games I can get recommended by you guys or whatever, I'm just kind of post. But like, I had this idea, I bought them all, the Dead Rising trilogy. I haven't played them in years. I don't think I don't think I've ever beat any of them. I was too chicken shit to beat the first one, because that shit was just scary. The second one I got far in, but my save got corrupt. So like, I bought them, and like, I was like, you know what, it would be a good idea if I want to play these games again, I'll just do this recording shit, you know, have you guys be along there with me. But like, I'm also trying to find out the balances, like making sure the videos aren't too long. Like the Resident Evil 4 gameplay, it was just a little bit over an hour, but the recording and the process of like actually like posting it is 60 minutes. So unfortunately, I had to do the cuts and stuff on like the unimportant stuff, like me just wandering around babbling, like trying to keep all the main things intact, like the cutscenes and all like that. But it's just like, it's very limiting. That's why I also want the Elgato, so like I could do longer gameplays. And like, obviously the longer gameplays, you know, everybody's gonna have an hour or two of their time to watch it. So like, I'm trying to find that balance. But like, I mean, it's just kind of like what it is, because you know, there's nothing you can do. If I cut anything more, then you're not getting the full game, besides like the little snips here and there. So like, it's just like that kind of constant thing. That's why like, I've been also putting off this video. You know, I'm posting the Resident Evil 5 and now the Resident Evil 4, and like, this is one that's been on my mind to just kind of sit here and like, whoever comes to the channel, like, okay, maybe they'll click this and be like, okay, I get it now. So like, if I'm post Resident Evil 4 yesterday, and I don't see one till, you know, maybe tomorrow or the other day, then it's like, okay, he hopefully people understand, okay, he's working, blah blah blah. You know, obviously on YouTube there's other ways to watch it. So I mean, I'm not like, well, I don't want to say like I'm advertising for everybody else, because like, obviously I would like the people to watch it, you know, that's why I'm doing it. But it again, it is what it is. But it's just like, join me on the ride to do this stuff. You know, again, if I get people to watch, cool. You know, I'd like to think I'm friendly. You know, you post in the comments, whatever, I'll respond. You know, but obviously life is still a thing, so it's just like trying to balance that on top of this. But this is just something I've always wanted to do, because obviously I really love video games. So like, I didn't think doing it when I was a kid, or not even doing when a kid, thinking about it. It's like, oh, this would be easy. You just sit there, play video games, people watch you, and that's it. But like, obviously you have the editing process, you have like all this other stuff going on, and it's just not as easy unless you make it like your full-time job, which I definitely cannot. So, you know, that's basically the gist. Like I said, a lot of zombie-based games I want to play and try out. You know, any other thing too that you guys may recommend or that I may recommend. You know, I'll just kind of post what I feel and what I want. Like the Resident Evil 4, I'm going to try to keep on it. Unfortunately, the Resident Evil 5, I have some of them edited, but not all of them. So I got to go back on the PS4 and finish the editing of the rest of the series. So like, those might come out a little bit later, but the Resident Evil 4, I'm going to try to, once I film them, which I already do, once I film them and then kind of keep posting them out, or, you know, pushing them out, you know, I'll definitely keep up on that, and then go back to Resident Evil 5, hopefully finish that, and like, you know, fingers crossed and shit. Finish that and then either start a whole not playthrough, but start a whole thing of Battlefield 2042, because I do get mad. I don't want to say a rager, but like I could get pissed. So that's why I always want to do like the shooter games. I do have MW2. I have Battlefield. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of different games I want to just kind of record. So like I already have it kind of planned where I'll do folders or like the playlist and kind of just keep up with them how I feel, you know, because like 2042 ain't going nowhere. You know, it's on its 4th season now. Obviously Modern Warfare just came out, so that's not going anywhere. But then again, I don't want to scream in your guys' ear. So like I'm trying to just find that balance. But that's basically the gist. This is just, like I said, I just want to explain, you know, why things might not come out so quick or whatever like that. I mean, it could be self-explanatory too, but it's just like I feel better now knowing, okay, I left this here, so if someone was actually curious, they could watch it and be like, okay, you know, and that might discourage people, that might not discourage people, you know, only time will tell. But like, at least I know, hey, you know, this is kind of what's going on. This is the gist. I'm gonna try my damnedest to kind of keep up with this, because like now, not saying I feel more confident, because like no one feels that confident when they're posting this stuff, especially when you're sitting there listening to yourself talk, and it's like, oh my god, why the fuck am I doing this? You know, but it's just like this is something I really want to do because it's something I'm really passionate about. Especially like playing Resident Evil 4, those graphics are fucking amazing. So like when I'm playing and getting in it, I'm like actually immersed. Same thing with Battlefield 2042, the way it looks now. It's just like this is what I imagine it to be, even though on the PS4 it wasn't. So like it makes it easy to be like, okay, yeah, let's go rush B and do all this. Like the game that you're watching in the background, like we were losing shit when I first joined, but then we kind of started pushing up and started getting into it or whatever. Like I'm not gonna play the whole gameplay or whatever because I don't think you guys want to hear me talk for like over 30 minutes. But like I was just getting into it because this was obviously the first game, and like the 128 players, which the game was designed for, I was like, holy shit, like this brings Battlefield to me back to life, because I'm a big Battlefield 1 player. You know, I did play a lot of 4. I do play a lot of 5, but 5 is kind of, it doesn't sit right with me after the bullshit they pulled. Like I paid a lot of, I don't want to pay a lot of money, but I paid for the deluxe edition for that shit and got clothing. And then literally when they started releasing the good shit, they gave it all for free. And it's just like, it rubbed me the wrong way. Not in like it's a bad game, but like I feel royally fucked out of it. And then same thing with this one too. You know, I kind of paid all that money, but like this one came with the PS5 thing. Obviously I had the PS4, so like I really wanted it to work on PS4, but like I knew like the console's restrictions. But there's no way in hell why it should have looked the way it did. You know, especially when you go back to Battlefield 5 and that game looks fucking amazing. Like I know there's a lot going on in this game, but it just was so now that it's fully capacity, I can play it or whatever like that. I'm really excited to. But yeah, no, that's the gist. I am gonna keep posting the Resident Evil 4 as time does tell. You know, I really want to play it because I was pissed off because I couldn't play it. You know, I got it the day after my birthday, which is the day after I got the PS5, and I couldn't touch it for 3 days because like the weekends are like my busiest time at work or whatever. We do changeovers and all that shit. So like coming home and just being completely knocked out, it's just like I really wanted to just boot up the game, but like to do like the recording and then try to edit it all in the same night, and then knowing I had to be up early the next day, it just like it discourages, you know. It's adult shit. So it's like I'm gonna try to do it where I can maybe do at least two episodes, or not 2 episodes, like 2 videos a night when I play it, and then take a day, try to record, edit one, take another day, do the other one, and then go do the same process over and over to try to match in with the work schedule. It's no excuses, because like I said, there's people that do this shit all the time, but just a little explanation for y'all in case y'all were wondering, because like I really do want to be posting them daily, but it's just hard, you know. because I do really want to play these games and like do all the videos and like kind of do like I'm not saying I'm like really good at editing, because I'm really not, like especially for Ready before I just did some zooms and fucking put some words like ooh. But like I really would like to learn that stuff, because like obviously when you watch YouTube, you know, you get inspirations and I see ways things are, and that's kind of like how I want to film it, you know. But trying to still learn it, well, not learn it, but like do it on the controller, especially like that, it's just really hard. So that's why I really wanted the Elgato, because you have the computer, you can kind of like click and move and do all that shit, and unfortunately my console just can't do it. So it was just like it's rough. I do plan on hopefully getting a new computer so I can switch over to the Elgato and like hopefully do better stuff. But like the share play hasn't been that bad at all. Like the share play has actually done me pretty well. You know, I really like it because you just literally click, you record, saves, then you go in here and then you just kind of do what you want to do. I mean, it's limited. You can add like the stuff, but I'm still trying to learn that. So, but enough of me fucking rambling. That's the introduction. I hope you guys have been enjoying the shit that I've been posting, you know. And if y'all do have any complaints or even compliments, please leave them, because it's more or less I want to learn too how I can improve. It's like when I was doing the audio for the Resident Evil 4 like demo, I was trying to really mess around with it, and then when I got the PS5 and did it, it was really quiet, so I had to like go back and change it all. But like you really don't see that stuff till you're done, and then once you play through, you know, you don't have to want to redo it all. So like if you guys notice anything, or you know, have any like recommendations and like anything like that, then yes, please let me know, because I do take criticism very well. You know, it doesn't mean be a dick, but I do take it very well, you know, 'cause I'm always open to change and try to better, because how you're gonna get better, no one tells you that you're doing shit, but it also doesn't excuse being an asshole. So like, be respectful, you know. I wouldn't do that to you, you know. I would like to consider myself not an asshole, even though I am an asshole. But like, I always respect people. Like I might joke around and I might say shit, but like I'm always like kidding and all like that. 'Cause I don't want to mean no harm to anybody, because that's not who I am, except the villagers and that fucking pig. Other than that, I'm good. So, alright, that's it. I'm done. I'm fucking shutting myself up, putting the tape on my mouth. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, understand a little bit, and I hope you guys look forward to the next Resident Evil 4 gameplay. So, y'all have a good one. Peace.